Shalom Akim. First, foremost, and give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rachak Kudash. Double honors under the elders, Apostles Great Millstone, the elders Great Millstone, and of course, peace and blessings under the hopeful elect, the sincere servants of Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, serving him in truth and sincerity. Yes, on the brother Chayaba from GMS Plain Tables Camp, coming back with another lesson due spirit. Yes, so this lesson be based off this article from nationalnews.com, which is entitled, it says, biggest scam, you pay income tax, then taxes on purchases, then personal property tax on what you own that you already pay taxes on with tax money. Yeah, and that's the point. Obviously, of course, within America, within Babylon Great, we're heavily taxed. Of course, mainly referring on to us Israelites, because really it's directed to our people the most. They don't teach you pretty much how to do taxes. Meanwhile, of course, the higher ups, they're well informed on, of course, how to do it. But for us at the bottom, it's designed for us pretty much to keep us in that loop, that constant loop. It says the income tax in the U.S. is the biggest scam in history and should be abolished, most especially when citizens are taxed on income while the federal government prints and wastes dollars or trillions of dollars. It says citizens are subjected to multiple layers of taxation on their income, spending, possessions in estate, including income tax, sales tax, property tax, and estate tax, which is unjust and exploitative. It says, despite paying for infrastructure, citizens are still charged tolls for roads, bridges, and tunnels, suggesting that tax funds are not being used effectively for their intended purposes. Yeah, it says the taxation. Yeah, and obviously what's suggesting that tax funds are not being used effectively for their intended purposes. Yeah. Well, of course, our tax dollars are going, for for just a whole bunch of unnecessary things and really wickedness. We see, of course, Babylon, America sending pretty much, pretty much as pushing forth their alphabet agenda. And they're funding it by using pretty much taxpayer dollars. That's how they do it. Showing you that really they're wasting it. It says that the taxation of essential items like food and the continuous taxation on vehicles and homes. It says in homes are unjustifiable and only serve to burden citizens financially. It says the government misuses tax funds for luxury and foreign wars. Worse, it says it has hired 87,000 new IRS agents as a tool to enforce tyranny and target conservatives. It says ultimately abolition of the IRS is the only viable solution. And that's the point. As long as, of course, us Israelites, so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos, and I'm throwing out to us because it's about us. Esau really wants us to be kept at the bottom the most. That's why he sets up the system against us. He sets up the education against us. He sets up everything against us. Why? Of course, as an attack to keep us at a lower state. Well, one of the things he does is that he keeps the majority of our people poor. And ultimately, that's, of course, really, that's, again, those go back onto the curses that the Lord has put us through. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So it says, Baruch chapter 3 and 8, behold, we are this day in our captivity. Yeah, we're still here in that captivity. We got overtaken in 1492 and 1619. That was pretty much when the bulk of our people got overtaken and put into slavery and conquered. It says, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity. Yeah, and this is just another captivity, As, of course, us Israelites, as a people, we've been through many captivities. And now we're in the worst and last captivity, which is the American captivity. And Esau Edom has us as captives. It says, "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us, for our reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments." It says, "According to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power." Yeah, and that's the point. See, so we're subject unto payments, meaning what does subject mean? When you get that definition, it says subject. It says likely or prone to be affected by. It says dependent or conditional upon. It says under the authority of. Yeah, we're under the authority of payments. We got to pay taxes. We got to pay these bills. We have to pay this and pay that. Pretty much as soon as we get our paycheck, it's automatically filtered, and of course, a lot is taken out to the point where it's almost like you get nothing. We got to pay these high, again, just these high bills, insurance. We're subject unto payments. It says, according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power. And ultimately, we are our fathers through reincarnation. So, of course, we went off as a people. And this why Yahweh Bashem Yashai has put this, or pretty much put this curse upon us, to be the lowest of all people, and, to be subject unto payments, to be under our enemies. To not be sovereign under Yahweh Bashem Yashai. And of course, now we're sovereign because we're sovereign spiritually, because we have this truth and we have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. But until Yahweh Bashem Yashai comes back, we're going to be pretty much in captivity through the flesh until Yahweh Bashem Yashai comes back. That's what we're waiting for. This is Haggai chapter 1 and 6. "You have sown much and bringing little. You eat, but you have not enough. You drink, but it says, but you are not filled with drink. He clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to be put, it says to put it into a bag with holes." Yeah. And, there's many things happen. Something might happen where you got to pay this and pay that. Car problems or just maintenance issues, or, so pretty much something breaks and you got to fix it, or you got to get a new this or new that. And not to mention, again, as soon as we receive our paycheck, it's filtered through taxing. And it's almost like you get nothing back, from as much as pretty much they take out. It says Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 43. It says, "The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high." It says, "And thou shalt come down very low." By the way, this chapter is directed on, what I just read is directed onto all the Israelites. Baruch chapter 3 and 8, Haggai chapter 1 and 6, Deuteronomy chapter 28. This applies onto the Israelites, not to all people. Our people are the ones who are going through all these things, not just one or, our people are not going through most of the, or, just some of these things. No, our people are going through all of these things, for the Israelites. And these curses, obviously, they affected the so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos. Of course, and also the blessings that the Lord gave unto the Israelites apply to us. That's how we know that it's speaking about us. So it says, Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 44, "He shall lend to thee, and it says, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail." Yeah. Of course, if you need a loan or anything, you have to go to Esau. And by the way, Esau sets it up that way, to keep us controlled and under oppression. Ultimately, what Yahweh Hashem or Slakia, of course, Esau, his end goal is to get everybody CHIP'd, according to Revelation chapter 13 and 16 on down, where you could even start at verse 15, and then going on down. What his whole goal is to get everybody CHIP'd, starting with the Israelites. Of course, anything that turns us against Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, we cannot do, no matter what, even if it's unto death. We have to, of course, hearken unto what Yahweh Bashem Yahushai said for our own sake. Because, anybody who takes that CHIP will face judgment from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, death, nuclear destruction. As, of course, that's what awaits Babylon the Great, during World War III, the climax of World War III. Because as we know, World War III is prophesied within the scriptures, and Babylon the Great will be destroyed 100%. But what the point is that, of course, we're in our captivity, and we're waiting patiently for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to deliver us. It says, Baruch chapter 3, and 9, it says, "Hear, Israel, the commandments of life. Give ear to understand wisdom." Yeah. And ultimately, that's Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is that bread of life. Yahweh Shai is the one who we're supposed to follow. And through what? Yahweh Shai, we receive salvation. And what? By doing his will, by doing what he commanded us to do. What we do, again, then, and also what we believe on Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, we have faith upon him, and we do his will. Then what? The same who do those and 100% true sincerity, what? They're worthy for salvation, of course, through the blood of Yahushai. And ultimately, what? The elect of the nation of Israel will do that. So, of course, we're waiting. We're in captivity, and what we're waiting patiently for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to deliver us from this captivity. So Lord's way, brothers, to the edified. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kakurash Prakatam. Shalom.